What happens when one of the world's most iconic industrial designers teams up with KEF to pack flagship Uni-Q tech, current drive amps and real-time motion sensing into a single, seamless cabinet? Well, you get this, the brand new KEF LS Luxe. Hello, John from Peter Tyson. Meet the new KEF LS Luxe Active Connected Speaker System. It's a bold statement piece where high-end sculpture meets serious engineering. Let's start with the design, because it's the first thing that leaps out at you. The industrial design comes courtesy of the legendary Ross Lovegrove. There are zero visible fixings anywhere. No screws, no trim rings, no badges cluttering up the front. Even the heatsink at the back is finished like a work of modern art. Now, I'll be honest, styling might not be for everybody. It's bold, futuristic, and a real departure from traditional boxy cabinets. But it is very KEF indeed, and set up on the matching stands in the right setting, I think they look absolutely stunning. And the build quality and colour finishes are of course second to none.
So, because we wanted this shape, this smooth geometrical form, we had to think about how we would actually manufacture something like that. And moulding it is one of the most repetitive and dimensionally accurate ways of producing something like this. And the most common moldable material is plastic. But plastics are not very strong. You can do things to them. You can have really thick plastic, and maybe that will do it. But that still looks like plastic. There are some limitations on how you can finish it. And a very high quality of finish was also one of the requirements for the product. So what we ended up doing is we used BMC, which stands for bulk molded compound. It's essentially a glass fiber reinforced composite material.
Inside that composite shell sits KEF's 12th generation 6.5-inch Uni-Q driver array with MAT, or metamaterial absorption technology. This absorbs 99% of unwanted rear tweeter noise. So how do all these technical choices actually translate when you sit down to listen? Well, in one word, incredible. The imaging on these is spot on. The way that the 12th gen Uni-Q driver locks the vocalist dead centre and details sound around the room is absolutely fantastic. They're very clean, exceptionally detailed, and they never ever feel clinical. And then there's the bass. KEF added their velocity control technology, which places active motion sensors directly inside the Uni-Q assembly. The bass on these has ridiculous grip and control. It stays tight, fast and deep, even when you crank the volume right up. Here's Prathmesh on how it works.
VECO has two parts. One of them is a velocity sensor that's instantaneous and real time, which is the thing you just mentioned. And the other part is a custom current drive amplifier. You take the sensor signal, you feed it back in a negative feedback loop to the amplifier. You get really low distortion at low frequencies because the velocity is now linearized through this process. And current drive reduces current-related distortion in the mid to high frequency range. What's interesting also is that it's always on, in the sense that it's always working in the background, and it isn't something the users need to calibrate. There are no settings to tweak. You just plug it in and it's all happening in the background. You don't even realize it.
What about numbers and real-world features? Well, there's a massive 380 watts per speaker on tap, 280 watts Class D for the low-mid driver, and 100 watts of dedicated Class AB current drive power for the high-frequency driver, with a maximum sound pressure level of 110 decibels of clean output. Streaming is powered by KEF's excellent W2 platform and Music Integrity Engine DSP, supporting AirPlay 2, Google Cast, RuneReady, Spotify, Tidal and Qobuz. Everything you'd expect from a modern connected speaker. Physical connectivity features HDMI eARC for TV connection, optical, coaxial, analog and a dedicated subwoofer output on both the primary and secondary units. Control through the app, of course. We can customize the sound and manage your inputs and do all of the setup and software updates. But you also get KEF's premium C3 remote control featuring backlit buttons and customizable favorite key. So who is KEF LS Luxe actually for? Well, it's designed for the listener who wants active convenience without a single sonic or visual compromise. It delivers reference grade clarity, unbelievable bass control, and acts like a piece of sculptural art in your room. Now, I know the question that everybody's going to ask is, John, should I buy these or stick with LS50 Wireless 2 or LS60? Well, don't worry, I'm currently filming a full 3-way side-by-side comparison video between LS Luxe, LS50 and LS60. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. If you want to come for a listen, book a demonstration at one of our showrooms in Carlisle or Newcastle, or to check current pricing, click the links in the description below. Thanks for watching as always, let me know what you think as you always do, and you'll see me in the next video. Take care.